Okay, guys, I'm trying this again. Let's see if we can get it to work. I think I fixed it. Wait for some folks to join us, and then we'll get started. See if we get anybody in here. Am I live? Hey, Nikki. Okay, cool. You see me. All right, I figured it out. Got the encoder working. I just needed to do it without being panicked. Lynette, hey, thanks for coming back. Um, I know this was last minute, you guys, but it was driving me crazy. I had to figure this out. And I know my problem was that earlier I freaked out because I knew people were waiting and I did not read the instructions clearly enough, but I figured it out. So now that I'm not panicked, I was able to take the time to go through it, and now I got it. So yay. So for those of you people that are not on my Facebook group, which is Debby OMAD, we will do this together on Facebook. We did a 50-minute live earlier this evening. That's going to stay on Facebook, and it won't let me download it to upload it on YouTube. So there's that. So I guess you'll have to join Facebook. Debby OMAD, we will do this together to see that live video because it won't let me do it on this. It won't let me download it. I don't know if it's because I recorded it from my phone, so it says it's private. I don't know, you guys. I am like so tech savvy, and this stuff is just frying my brain. So there's that. So I'm just going to cover a couple of things that we already covered on the Facebook Live. Good, Lynette, I'm going to go over that too. Lynette's asking what the challenge was earlier that I talked about that she missed. So we'll talk about that too. For some of you, this is going to be basically a repeat of the video we did on Facebook, but I've got so many people subscribed on YouTube that are not on my Facebook that I felt compelled and obligated to get this live working as well. So here we go. Sorry, the background's a little boring. I'm in my office now, and there's not much in here besides my computer. So there you go. Try teaching virtually. No, Lynette, no, I would not. I have held Zoom training classes, and what a pain. I would not want to be teaching children virtually. No, I'm sure keeping their attention would be like ridiculously hard. Okay, so my hair is freaking out. Sorry. Okay, so the challenge. I had two challenges that I talked about on our Facebook video earlier this evening. First challenge was, hey, Primal OMAD, hooray, thanks for joining. The first challenge that we talked about earlier today was found out by accident that a lot of the folks that are on our Facebook group, Debby OMAD, we will do this together, Facebook group, have birthdays in July. And then my last YouTube video I did, somebody commented on, I said I wanted to get down to 130 pounds by my birthday, which is July 11th. And she commented that her birthday was July 15th. So I went, oh, well, we should challenge each other. And she said, yes. And it went from there. So I posted it on my Facebook page, on the group page, OMAD, Debby OMAD, we will do this together as a Facebook page, and I'll try and link that below. But I posted the challenge. So it initially started with anybody who has a birthday in July during our challenge. But turns out there's a lot of people with birthdays in July, didn't know that. But other people wanted to be part of the challenge as well. So that's what we did. So I opened up the challenge to anybody, but here's the criteria. You have to give it your goal. Doesn't matter what your goal is, but you have to tell us your goal, and you have to meet your goal by July 15th. So that's that challenge. So again, whatever your goal is, if you want to lose, if you're in maintenance, but whatever your goal is, you have to be able to achieve it by July 15th, and you have to tell us what it is. And then every Sunday when I do my weigh-in videos, I will talk about that challenge and where I'm at on it. And all of you have to update me on either YouTube or on Facebook as to how you're doing each week, so we can hold each other accountable and reach these goals. Because remember, a goal is not a goal if it's not written down. It's just in your head. It's a daydream. It's just a daydream. If it's a real goal, you need to write it down to achieve it. It works so much better. I've seen it happen 100 times in life. You've got to write it down. So, amen, Nikki, to stay alive and healthy. That's a great goal all by itself. And let's hope you can do that within until July 15th. Please. She's my little sister, so I'd kind of like her to stick around. That'd be helpful. But have a goal. How much do you want to lose by then, Nick? You've got till July 15th. That's like 8.5 weeks. Okay. So my last weigh-in video, I told you guys I was at 149, which was really bad, really bad, because I had gotten down to 138. But this whole Twilight Zone had me eating more than I should and not doing OMAD. And now look where I'm at. So that was the reason for the challenge. So my goal is to be at 130 by my birthday, which is July 11th. But because July 15th was the birthday of the person who started this whole mess, we're going with July 15th. But I'm still going to make it. Okay. I am still going to be at 130 by July 11th. Dang it. That's my goal. She wants to lose 20 pounds as she's eating a brownie. Nicole, put it down. Drop the brownie. That is not going to get you down 20 pounds. It's going to get you up 20 pounds. Stop that nonsense. Oh, Nicole. Anyways, so I've done much better so far this week than I have during the course of this whole Twilight Zone lockdown thing. So I'm proud of that. I got to 49 hours earlier this week, and then today I got to 23 hours. So both way better than what I've been doing, because what I've been doing is watching the stupid news, getting myself sad, and then eating. Oh, God, just so not good. Plus, my hours have been cut at work. So, yeah, that's been causing some boredom. And I did start back taking classes. So I'm learning some programming, but that's kind of frustrating. And my brain doesn't work as well as it did when I was a kid, because, hello, I'm 57 and I don't remember things as well. So that's caused me to eat a few times too, I gotta admit. My only dinner, and it's my OMAD. I hiked to Debby Mountain. Now, brownies should not be your OMAD, Nicole. I'm just saying, guys, we have to choose healthier foods. Okay, so that's this challenge. So again, post on Facebook at Debby OMAD. We will do this together, and I have a challenge set up there. Anybody that wants to join is welcome. The criteria is you have to choose a goal. You have to tell us what your goal is. You have to write it down, put it on Facebook, and you have to achieve it by July 15th. So that's that challenge. Lynette, the other challenge that I had talked about, because I talked about two, the other challenge was to grow our group. So my challenge was to everybody to invite family and friends to join our group. I belong to a Las Vegas group on Facebook that's all current events and stuff. And the guy that runs that channel runs a challenge all the time to get people to add more people to his group. And then he rewards them with gift cards or what have you. So I had asked on our Facebook video, our Facebook Live that went on earlier today, what reward would you guys want for referring people and getting them to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join our OMAD group on Facebook? And a couple people had said one free coaching session, one-on-one with me, and I'd be more than happy to do that. So we can put that as an option. And the other option would be like if you have PayPal or something like that, I could do cash as a reward for the person that brings the most people into our Facebook group and YouTube channel. The reason we want to do this is to grow the channel and grow the Facebook group, obviously. So the other thing I wanted to be clear about is that it does not have to be people that want to fast or that are fasting. Okay, we want to grow this group and include anybody who is on a weight loss journey. If they're trying to get healthy and they're on a weight loss journey, we would like to include them because our group is phenomenal people that are there to support and help and encourage and lift people up. And we want to be able to do that for anybody who is struggling. And the other criteria is we have to keep the group very positive. Will is our moderator over there on Facebook, and his job is to make sure everybody follows the rules and doesn't get kicked out. So far, we have not had to remove anybody from the group or even talk to anybody about following the rules, because the only rule is to be nice, be uplifting, be supportive. And you guys have done that just organically. And so we do want to keep that atmosphere and that vibe going in our Facebook group as well as on my YouTube channel. So that was the challenge. And I will post more about that on the Facebook page probably tomorrow. But those were the two challenges, Lynette. So now you're up to speed. The other thing that I had talked about was, I don't know if you guys know The Office. It was a really popular TV show, and I loved it. It was one of my favorites. It had Steve Carell and John Krasinski. Such a good show. Anyways, John Krasinski has since created a YouTube channel called Some Good News, SGN, Some Good News. And it is the best, you guys. It is so good. He posted one on Friday, this past Friday, that, oh my God, just had me bawling. I was crying like a baby watching that because it was so amazing. It's all about what people are doing, man. Great things that people are doing, but the way he does it, it's funny, it's uplifting. And I was crying, but I wasn't crying out of sadness. I was crying out of being overwhelmed at the kindness and the wonder and the just wonderful things that people are doing during this Twilight Zone period that we're living in. So if you get a chance, go over to YouTube. Well, you're on YouTube, but after you're done watching me, then go and look up John Krasinski or just Some Good News, and you'll get John Krasinski's, and watch his this past Friday's episode, which was like what, the 16th, I think it was. It's the last one he did. It is so good. Yes, I will put a link. I put a link on Facebook. Nikki, on top of the live video that I posted, there's a link to John's Some Good News video that I'm talking about here. It's so good. Oh my gosh. You know, every time you turn on the TV, whether it's day, afternoon, night, doesn't matter. It's filled with bad news. It's filled with more awful things that are happening. So this YouTube series of his, Some Good News, John Krasinski, oh, guys, it's just so refreshing. It's so refreshing, and it really gives you a new love and respect and a sense of gratefulness for humanity. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I can't say enough about it. So please take the time to watch that. You won't regret it. So that was the other thing that we talked about. So now I'll tell you a story. And I told this story on the Facebook page, but I'm going to tell it here too. So you guys know I have been complaining about our community pool being closed, because my goal was to get back in that pool and exercise as soon as it was warm enough. Well, guess what? It's closed because of this stupid Twilight Zone lockdown. And so I haven't been able to go swimming. So my daughter has been wanting to get a dog. And I've been kind of resistant, but you know, we've been talking about it. So I finally started thinking, okay, well, I can't go swimming. So if we get a dog, then I will have to walk that dog in the morning and at night. And that would be a really good incentive for me and get me out, get me up and moving, which is always good, right? So found baby Pomeranians, which I love Pomeranians. And she found some. And I didn't want a puppy because I didn't want to deal with, the teething and the chewing everything and the potty training and blah, 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 blah. But you can say no to a Pomeranian puppy. So cute. And if you look at my other video, you'll see Gizmo, who is who we ended up with, and he's 8 weeks old. And he's adorable. And he's on my other channel, and he's also on having a Alsatian named Prince. What is an Alsatian, Primal OMAD? I don't know what that is. Alsatian. I should probably know, huh? But I don't. So educate me. I don't know what that is. But this Pomeranian is just precious. He's so precious. He's like this big. He's just really tiny and like this big. British name for a German Shepherd. Oh, those are great dogs. Oh my gosh, so loyal and good dogs too. But we live in a kind of that doesn't allow dogs bigger than 25 pounds. So we had to get a little guy. And I love Pomeranians, so it kind of worked. Here's his 4. Is he well trained, Primal OMAD? Is he? I don't know if it's a he. Prince. I'm gonna guess it's a he, right? You said his name was Prince, so I'm gonna say it's a he. But we're working on the training thing. But anyway, so Janelle took Gizmo to the vet on Saturday, this past Saturday, to get his first set of shots and deworming and all that fun stuff. Yeah, Prince wouldn't get in because I'm sure he's way bigger than 25 pounds. But I'm glad he's amazing. Dogs are amazing, aren't they? Anyways, so she took him to get shots, and apparently there is something going around right now called parvo. Am I saying it parvo? I think she said, which would kill our dog because he's only 8 weeks old and does not have all of these shots. So the vet said that because we live in a condo complex that allows dogs, and there are dogs everywhere outside, that we are not allowed to walk my dog for 4 months until he is fully vaccinated. You getting this? 4 months. We can't walk the dog. I agreed to get a dog so that I would have incentive to go walking because I can't go swimming, and now I can't walk my dog. So I'm like, all right, 2020, what the heck, man? What is happening? Somebody in our last live stream said, Murphy's Law at its best. And I'm telling you what, man, every day it's weirder and weirder stuff. Who ever heard of not being able to take your dog outside? The vet said the dog should not be outside where all these other dogs are, and the dog should not be on the grass where all these other dogs are relieving themselves because of parvo. My dog does not have the immune system, does not have the vaccinations, can't be exposed because it could kill him. Okay, then. I'm just like, seriously? Okay, I can't swim. I can't walk the dog. And then, yes, Nikki, our home state is floating away. Yes, it is. Then I find out I'm from Michigan. I lived there most of my life. I'm now in Nevada, but I lived in Michigan most of my life. And apparently, they are having such severe flooding that they are being evacuated. I lived in Michigan most of my life. It never happened. Never, not once, not one. I'm 57 years old. That never happened. What is happening, man? This whole 2020 is just crashing and burning, and we're only in May. What the heck? I'm afraid to say what's next because I don't think I want to know. I'm just saying. Primal says, keep Gizmo safe over there in Vegas. Yep, I agree. So we're not taking them for a walk. We are, however, at least not here where all these dogs are congregating all the time. We are going on a hike this weekend out in Boulder City, and I'm planning on doing a live video from there. And we are probably going to bring the dog. We won't let him walk around much or, get down into stuff. We have, my daughter, so she's got a carrying case for the dog. So, so we're going to bring Gizmo with us. But even if we wanted him to do much walking on this hike, he wouldn't because he's like a pound. He's so little, it's retarded. 3 steps and he'd be so tired. So yeah, we're not letting him do a whole lot of walking, but we are going to bring him with us. So he'll be on the video on Sunday. Nick says we are on a very high fire damage here. crazy year. Yeah, Colorado is getting all these fire warnings. I don't know what's happening. And then, oh, I don't know if you guys read this, but I'm in Vegas. Reno had an earthquake this weekend. Unbelievable. That just totally fried my brain. We don't get earthquakes here. Part of the reason I wanted to move to Nevada was because we don't get tornadoes, we don't get hurricanes, we don't get uh, volcanoes, and we don't get earthquakes. And what did we have this weekend? An earthquake. I didn't feel it. It didn't come all the way down to Vegas. Some say it did, but I didn't feel it. But in Reno, it was a 6-pointer. I'm like, what is happening? It's like every time I turn around, there's another totally weird, bizarro thing happening in 2020. So I don't know. All of this is beyond me, you guys. I just don't get it. I just keep saying it's going to get better. It's got to get better. It's going to get better. You know it's going to get better. And then I turn on the news or I talk to a friend and things are insane and they're just getting crazier. So I don't get it. I don't get it. So what's going on crazy in you guys' life? Do you guys have weird stuff that you've never heard of before happening this year? Or is it just me, like not being able to walk a dog? I mean, what? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So Nikki does she is like in real life my little sister. She lives in Colorado and she does this thing called work camp where she gets paid to run a campground. And she has a cabin, but she also has a camper. And she's saying that they are opening June 1st. All of she's got like 19 campgrounds that she runs. All of them are opening, or just a couple, or are there restrictions? I mean, do you still have to follow social distancing? And how do you enforce that in a campground? I mean, what? I don't understand. I don't understand. Vegas, on the other hand, is in phase 1 of opening, which means some restaurants are open, but they have to be at 50% capacity, and everybody has to wear masks. And a lot of the retail stores are still not opened. And as far as casinos and live shows, well, they're saying live shows and nightclubs, like bars in the casinos that are basically for the youngins, but the nightclubs won't open until 2021. Yeah, that's freaking a lot of people out. But the casinos are supposed to be opening in phase 2 or phase 3. The governor has not specified, but they're supposed to be opening this summer at some point. Some people are saying it won't be until August. Others are saying June. Some are saying September. And the governor is not saying. The mayor, on the other hand, is out there with the keys to the city saying we're opening everything up, although she doesn't have that authority. She just likes to say that. But the governor said, no, I don't think so. So, yeah, which is why my pool is still closed. So, yeah. Can you tell I'm a little bitter about the pool being closed? Just like a lot. But anyway, so that's what's going on here. So Nikki said they're opening up June 1st, and I assume that's official because I know she's got some people coming already to help manage. All of them are only at 50%. We are the U.S. Forest Service, so all federal parks here are opening. So all the federal parks are opening, but you got to be at 50%. And are they enforced? Are they having you enforce social distancing, or are they just hoping that people will social distance naturally? Because that's a hard thing, I would think, to enforce in a campground. Don't you? I just think that would be tough. I don't know. So what else, you guys? What is happening in your worlds? We were talking earlier about how this whole lockdown twilight zone has us all going to the refrigerator way too often. And I was saying that we all need to learn how to not watch the news all the time and not allow our emotional eating to take over right now. We've all come so far. On my Facebook group, most everybody on that group, I think there's 250 of them, have been doing this with me for the full year and 3 months that I've been doing this. I mean, I'm down. I got down to 74 pounds lost. I'm back up because of stupid lockdown, but I'm not that far. I'm still more than 60 pounds down, so I haven't gained that much. My OMAD says she lives in the British countryside. Not much difference. We are still in lockdown, but parks, etc., are open now. It's just crazy. We are pretty much off the grid here. Campsites are far apart for Mickey's campgrounds. It's just crazy. Who would have ever thought? Who would have ever thought? Oh, I'm sorry, Primal OMAD is a he. I'm sorry. Shame on me. I should not assume. I can't really see your picture. They're so little, and I'm old. I'm sorry. I can't see it. But I'm thrilled that you're here and you live in the British countryside. Oh, are you single? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But we can fix you up, Nikki. I'm just saying. Um, all right, all right. I'll stop playing. Anyways, now you threw me all off. What was I saying? So a lot of people are really being strict, and everybody on my Facebook channel has been doing this as long as I have, as far as OMAD. I started about a year and 3 months ago, and I lost a total of 72 pounds all total, but I've gained back 6. Um, anyways, I've gained back 6 because of the shutdown and because my pool is closed. So yeah, there's that, which is just, I'm sorry, it's just so annoying to me. And now I can't walk my dog. Okay, I know I'm just being ridiculous, but seriously, really, 6 is nothing as far as a earthquake. Yeah, no, it's not. 6 is not deadly, or it's not going to destroy the whole city. But it's huge in Nevada, where we don't get earthquakes. Earthquakes are not part of our daily existence. Not like California, where they're waiting for the big one to throw them all into the ocean. No, that doesn't happen here. So although 6 is a small earthquake, you're talking about pounds. I was talking about the earthquake. Pay attention, Debbie. Okay. 6 pounds back, I mean, nothing to your overall achievement. Oh, absolutely. No, I mean, I'm frustrated with myself because I want to be at maintenance. I want to be, just being able to fast a few days a week instead of every single day. I feel like, having done this for a year and 3 months, that I should be at maintenance by now. So that 6 pounds, it's my own fault. I have nobody to blame but myself, obviously, but it frustrates me. But like I said, when I saw that scale getting close to 150, oh man, you guys, my why, which I talk about all the time, have a strong why. My why came flooding back full force, as strong as it was a year ago when I started, a year and 3 months ago. And most of you remember, my why was all about, I want to stay alive because my doctor told me if I didn't get my act together, I was going to die. So that was my why, was to stay alive, but not just to stay alive, but to stay healthy enough that my kids would not have to take care of me, that I would be able to take care of myself. So, and that's a pretty strong why. That's like a guttural to your soul, to your very, very soul type of why. And there are days that having that why has been plenty strong enough to keep me on track. But I'll tell you what, during this Twilight Zone time, it hasn't been strong enough, you guys. I don't know. But when I saw that scale going back up to 150, I was like, oh, no. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And I had to get myself back on track. And I did, because like I said, this week I've done a 49-hour fast, and today I did a 23-hour fast. So I am getting back on track. Seeing that scale start inching up was enough to scare me. So, and I said this on my Facebook Live earlier, that, I can sit behind this camera and sound all big and bad and determined, and I'm going to do this. But when the camera's off, I don't know. So I'm going to need some encouragement too. Good job on the why. It's very strong. You saw it at 6 pounds, not 60. That's very true. That's very true. Because 150 has always been like this benchmark for me. Like when I got over 150, I kind of gave up, to be honest with you, which is how I got to be 210 pounds. But which doesn't sound like a huge person, but I'm only 5'2". So I'm very, very short. So 210 pounds on somebody who's 5'2", that's a lot. That's a lot. So My initial goal was to get to 150, but when I got to 150, I realized, oh man, I'm still chunky. Well, what's this about? So, which is why I dropped it to 130, and now I'm back almost to 150. So yeah, so I can't go over 150 again. I just can't. I need to get it back down. And like I said, that was enough to kick that Y back in and to get me to be serious. And that's why I was able to do a 49-hour fast this week and a 23-hour fast this week, which doesn't sound that amazing because I've been doing, OMAD for a freaking year, but but it's pretty good considering what I've been doing the past month. Trust me, or 2 months really. I just try to keep moving and stay outside as much as possible. I'm outside now. Well, yeah, you live in a campground. You can be outside all the time, Nikki. I go outside, I see a closed pool. So yeah, there's that. And I was gonna go outside every day and take the dog, but I can't do that either. All right, I'm done whining, you guys. This whole Twilight Zone is just messing with me, man. It is. It's just messing with me, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I know none of you like it. And I know it's got to be messing with your lives too, and with your progress, and with your ability to stay strong and strict on this. And I feel for you. I do. My heart goes out to all of us because this is just so tough. And it's not like it's something we've ever experienced before in our lives. I mean, this is just so bizarre. And it's so not, I mean, it's just not something we could have predicted. So it is horrible. It is horrible. And some people are saying that this quarantine, the cure is worse. Wait, cure is worse than the illness, like shutting down the world and the world's economy is worse than, you know, um, just letting us all live our lives and be at risk. I don't know how I feel, and I'm not going to take a strong stance on either side because, unfortunately, the reality is I am in that age group and in that higher risk category, and I know that. So I'm trying to stay, somewhat safe. But at the same time, part of me believes that we really do need to develop a herd immunity and let it just run through our population and be done with it. I don't know, you guys. I don't think anybody has the right answer or knows the right way to move forward. The damage is done, and things will never be the same again. And we are all going to have to adjust to a whole new normal. Um, if you're a conspiracy theorist, for years and years, people have been talking about this new world order. I don't think this is what they had in mind, but we are definitely going to have a new world after this. Things are never going to go back to being what they were prior to 2020. I think that's pretty much a given at this point. Um, what do you guys think? Do you think that I'm wrong? Do you think things can go back to normal? Do you think we should still be in lockdown? Do you think that we should just be able to go and live our lives and let this virus run through and build up herd immunity? Or they aren't crazy anymore. Oh, the conspiracy theorists, Nikki said they aren't crazy anymore. Primo Omen said things will be back better than ever. Those are my thoughts. You know what? I was there. I was there with you, Primal Man. I was there. I was saying the same things that people are going to realize what's important. We're finally going to see where our priorities need to be. We're actually going to realize that we enjoy our families or we don't. That we're going to make some choices for our lives that we've been coasting, a lot of us, because life hasn't been that hard as far as societies go. And now all of a sudden we're forced to see things differently. And I was one of the first people preaching that we are going to come out of this better, that everybody's going to grow from this, that we're going to appreciate the little things that we took for granted before. But as this proceeds and goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and now they're talking some things won't open until 2021. I don't know anymore. I don't know. The economy is really being devastated. And I just don't know if it's going to be able to bounce back as quickly as we would hope. I would like to remain positive. I really, really would. And I try to. And then I turn on the news. And you know, it's almost impossible to remain positive when you turn on the news. It really is. Which again is why you should watch John Krasinski's Some Good News. Because it does break up all this bad news that we keep having to hear. But I do hope that you're right, Primal Man. I do hope that things are going to get back better than ever before, but I think it's going to take a while. I do, and I think because I live in Vegas, right? Because I live in Las Vegas, and the casinos are losing hundreds of millions of dollars every day that they're closed. You know, and then they're saying when they do open, they're going to have to be at 50% capacity, and they're going to have less people at the tables, less people at the slot machines. They're talking about closing down the buffets. I mean, they're not doing any live entertainment. They're not doing any of the nightclubs, which both are huge money makers. Man, I'm looking around at Las Vegas, you guys, and I'm thinking it's going to take years for us to get back to where we were. I do believe tourism will come back. I do believe as soon as they open everything up, people will still come here, but it's so different now. And I don't know how quickly it can get back to normal. Me too, until I watch my friends losing everything. Yeah, and me too, Nick. I've seen so many people that are just devastated, devastated. Small business owners that couldn't get a loan, that for whatever reason didn't get approved, and have to close the doors forever. My mom had said I visited Vegas in 1998. Loved the Atlantis show at Caesar Palace. Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's still there, and it's very cool. Businesses won't survive. It's 50%. Well, that's a big, big problem, Nikki, and that's why a lot of these small businesses are closing and aren't going to reopen. I bought a CD of music from the shop that I've never ever been able to find since on YouTube or eBay or anywhere. Ah, well then you have to come back to Vegas and buy another one. Just saying. The other thing that honestly, um, the other thing that has me concerned, and guys, if I'm wrong, feel free to call me out on it and to tell me that you disagree. But this whole $600 a week extra unemployment on top of your regular unemployment payment, that's going to last for 6 months or until December. They're saying December 29th now. Why would minimum wage or lower wage people want to go back to work when they're making more sitting their butts at home? And I can't help but wonder if a lot of these small businesses that are going out of business, it's because even though they can open, people aren't coming back to work. They're making more sitting their butts at home. And I see that as a problem. I'm sorry, but I do. And I know there's a lot of people that are overjoyed that they're making better money right now sitting at home. But that's not a work ethic. That's not what this country was built on. So that bothers me. It bothers me a lot. It just does. I mean, I believe that we need to help people get through this. Absolutely. But I think that if your job is offered back to you, that you have to take it. You can't say no because I'm making more sitting at home. I'm sorry. That is like such a pet peeve of mine right now. And it's something that's really been driving me nuts. I'm glad I see Vegas open right before. Like, yeah, the first time Nikki ever came to Vegas, it was just very shortly before everything shut down. So you got to see it in full swing and what it was before. And boy, I don't know if it's going to be like that after, at least not for a while. What do you guys think about this whole unemployment going until December 29th and paying people like twice to 3 times what they're accustomed to making when they actually work? Does anybody else have the kind of problem with that I do? Because it's one of those things that I just can't seem to get past. I guess I'm like the only one that has a major attitude on that. Okay, then I'll move on. Nikki, you want it. Yeah, I know you want it. But that is not what this country was built on, you guys. This country is built on a work ethic and a hard work ethic. not on just getting free money for sitting on your butt. I mean, agreed. Everybody that lost their jobs should be getting compensated. Absolutely. They shouldn't have to struggle to pay their bills. But, but there should be a caveat there. There should be a requirement that if your job is offered to you, you need to take it. In principle, I agree, but I don't know much about it. Well, yeah, okay. Well, you're not from the US, are you? So you probably wouldn't know about this, but are they paying people where you are? Are they paying people for having to stay home and not go to work? Primal OMAD, is that something that's happening? Nikki, I'm ready to retire. I know, honey, so am I. Love your country, though. Oh, thanks. I've never been to yours, but I'd love to go because it sounds beautiful. But are they paying people that not go to work where you live too, or no? Which this, by the way, leads into many of the conspiracy theories that abound, that we're trying to become a socialist country, and the government's just going to support everybody and nobody has to work, which, again, I don't agree with. But, you know, it is what it is. There are schemes and relief. Businesses are sending people home on 80%. 80% isn't near as bad as 50, I suppose. Oh, you're talking 80% of their salaries? Every country does things so differently. Isn't it crazy? It's just weird when you think about it. Government is paying 80%. Well, you know, that's hopefully enough for people to survive, but at least they're not getting more than what they were making when they were actually working, because that is going to demotivate people and they're not going to want to go back to work. That's my concern with that. But okay, all right, I'll get off the political garbage. All right, we've been going about 42 minutes now, so I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. Here in the U.S., they're paying 30 million people to stay home at 80% of pay plus an extra 600. Yep, that's exactly what they're doing. An extra 600 every week. Every week. It's freaking crazy, is what it is. I mean, good for these people. Don't get me wrong. I don't begrudge anybody making some money. Hey, get yours. But a lot of these folks, you got to remember, a lot of these folks were making minimum wage. They were making $9 an hour, $10 an hour, and now they're making $700-800 a week for sitting home. Why would they want to go back to work? I just don't understand. I don't understand. I just don't understand. I'm not one of them, by the way. I'm still working, so there's that. But but yeah, they make more than the nurses that are on the front lines. You're right. They are. They are making more than nurses, trained nurses that are on the front lines to sit at home. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. But it is what it is. Okay, guys, I'm going to cut this short. Look for me on Sunday. I'm doing a weigh-in video, of course, on Sunday, but I'm also going to probably make it a live video and show you guys this gorgeous trail that we're going to check out on Sunday. It's supposed to be a gorgeous day, and I've been wanting to check this trail out, so we are going to do that, and I will take you guys along for the ride, okay? So you can see where we're at. You guys have a great night. Remember, we are in this together. We will do this together. Join our challenge over on Facebook, Debby OMAD. We will do this together because we will do this together. Love you all, and thank you so much for spending your time with me this evening. Talk to you soon.